Hey everyone, welcome back to another Paul Massive video, and today let's talk a bit about the upcoming new monthly Pokefair scout, which I think is Cynthia Garchomp. I might be wrong because I'm recording this beforehand, but yeah, it should be her, and she's getting her grid further expanded over here again. She's got to be the most like buffed unit like ever, right? Like straight up, right? You know, she's a unit which came out was kind of whatever, but then meta change got a bit better there, but then also got better sandstorm units to make her even better with like stuff like Ingo, and then you got stuff like Groudon to help her be stronger. Then you got like Ground Zone. Then she got a horizontal grid expansion with the 2 out of 3, 3 out of 3 expansion. Then now she got a 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5 expansion. She got a lot of stuff, man. Hey, man, it's Cynthia and Garchomp. It's one of the most iconic trainer Pokemon pairings in the entire franchise. So I mean, it's worth it. It's worth it, right? She's worth it. Okay, so anyways, I guess just a quick review of her kit and expanded grid. Obviously, the kit is relatively old. Most folks, I'd assume, already know what's up with this unit, but just a quick review, right? Stat wise, good speed, good physical attack, especially after she megas, right? Get some extra defense at mega as well, I guess. And as for moves, Stomping Tantrum, which is whatever, X attack, got Earthquake, and then the trainer move, which raises speed and crit by 1, and then by 2 in Sandstorm. The Sync turns her into Mega Garchomp, obviously, and then you have Fast Track 2 as a passive, and Surging Sand 5, and then after you Mega, you also get Ground Shift for like Slash, right? And yeah, so yeah, that's the base kit. And as for the grid, all right, in terms of how many copies, if you want to go for 1 out of 5, Cynthia Garchomp honestly is kind of mediocre, right? 1 out of 5 Cynthia Garchomp is definitely not very good. She doesn't have too much going for her, right? 2 out of 5, however, do get a few stuff, right? Stand Blaster 5 over here on the one that got expanded last time. There's a Surging Sand 2 over here as well. Right, this is the newly expanded grid from the people. We always say 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5 grid, but technically they also expanded 2 out of 5 node as well. So yeah, that's definitely nice. Super duper effective 5 is nice if you're fighting ground weak. There's some sync move power up nodes that are cool too. But yeah, that's kind of what you have at 2 out of 5. Not too much. 2 out of 5 is where you get most of your big stuff. Haymaker, that's your big sync there. Fierce Entry to be fully self-sufficient. Sharp Entry could help as well if you trying to get things max out pre-sync without a sandstorm setting mechanism, I guess. Obviously your regular sync move power up nodes, ramming speed over here, which is a nice multiplier, right? Surge Sand 3, which is another good one if you're running sandstorm. And then the new there's some slash stuff, which that's Tantrum Defense Crush, which is not that big of a deal. And then we have the new 4 out of 5 nodes, which is Slash Critical Strike 9, which is slightly funny. And then there's like Dust Kicker, which gives her Sandstorm after sync, Infinite Sandstorm, in fact, not only the first time. So that's cool. And then you also have 5 out of 5 AoE defense debuff by 2 against the opponent for the first time you use the sync. And then there's also Sand Alert 5, which extends Sandstorm, right? So all really nice stuff, obviously, in her kit. So let's get into some quick pros and cons, I guess. So pros, she has a good ground, good ground DPS and striker ground nuke. Can set and extend sand. She's basically self-sufficient, right? She's pretty decent on gauges, or good base speed, and plus she has fast track. She has also the what is it? What's it called? Sands of Time too, and there's like move gauge rush 4 and Earthquake, which is not bad. And then you also have defense debuffs at 5 of 5 as well. You get the free lodge unit, and there's also unfeatured Pokefairs in the banner as well. I think there's Raihan in there. There's Marnie, right, and N, I believe. Correct me if I'm if I'm missing anyone, but there's at least those that are like the rates of getting them is incredibly low, so don't really count on it. Oh, also get the free the friendship level block stuff, which is don't pull for that stuff. It's that thing's not super hard to grind. So yeah, anyways, that's some of the upsides. As for some of the downsides, the grid is expensive, man. Like, you could look at the stuff like, oh, Dust Kicker, bro. So nice. Cost 12 energy. Sand Alert extends Sandstorm, 10 energy, right? And then, you know, if you want to go for stuff like that, that's 10 energy. I don't know. Flash, maybe 10 energy if you want to go for that. But, you know, even other stuff. Starting Sand 2 is 7 energy. Ramming Speed is 10 energy. Starting Sand 3 is 10 energy, right? Haymaker. Like, these aren't as bad, but, you know, if you're trying to build up some more stuff, 3 energy, 5 energy. Fierce Entry is 5 energy. Super Duper Effective 5 is 3 energy, right? Then Sharp Entry, if you want to go for that, is another 10 energy. Sands of Time is 8 energy, right? So a lot of very, very expensive nodes, and yeah, that's we talked about this in a previous video, right? The kind of issue with these sort of massively expanded grids, there's just way too much stuff and not enough energy to pick up all that stuff. And also, she needs copies. 1 out of 5, Cynthia is not good, right? And it's only, you know, once you get, I'd say at least 3 out of 5, where she gets really, you know, really nice. And obviously 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5, you got some extra stuff there as well too. So yeah, some of the upsides, downside of this unit, I suppose. As for the free lodge unit over here, it's a support, but you know, it's a lodge unit, so it doesn't have an EX, unfortunately. So no support EX. It's all right. It's a max crit buffer. That's always good to have, right? Always good to have, especially in gauntlets. And then you have move gauge acceleration, which is nice as well. And then you have special defense buffs and some you know, accuracy buffs here too. You could debuff speed, right, which is nice, right? If you're trying to be a support for a unit that is like Cakewalk or Hunter's Instinct would be nice. Healthy healing, group water guard, slightly random, but you know, well, not random because it's Gastrodon, but move gauge fresh 2 is neat, right? So yeah, it's overall solid, you know, unit that could tank a bit with stuff like first aid that could help, quick cure, obviously, right? Tighten up, maybe toughen up, safety tether. I don't know about that one. You're not really syncing with her. Unless you really need it for like sync cure or something, which is, you know, fair. But yeah, outside of that, it's Gobsmack 2 on Earthquake. It's a Rock Tomb trip up 4 as well. It's an alright support. It's an alright support, right? Again, it can max crit buffs, which is always just really good. But yeah, just no support EX, unfortunately, and not too much other offensive buffs outside of that. But again, crit buffs is definitely nice, I'd say. So yeah, overall, I mean, Cynthia, it's an old unit. You know, if you've been playing the game for a while, you probably would have pulled her. I mean, I remember like last year, I think we also got like free tickets for a chance to pull her as well. So if you got her in one of those, that would have been nice. But yeah, a pretty old unit. But always getting new stuff added, right? Always getting new stuff added over here, and I'd say overall, she's really good, man. She really is pretty good. And I know it's a rerun. People are usually low on reruns, but I think the Spanner is probably like one of the better ones you could pull for this month. Like low key, right? But I'd still say like not really, because you still have stuff like the Greninja banners, right? You have the upcoming like tonight, right? The new Lycia is really nice, right? I mean, in comparison to say like, okay, do you want one copy, like a 1 out of 5 New Year's Lycia, or do you want your 4 out of 5 Garchomp, Cynthia Garchomp? That's it. No, I'd say go for the Lycia, right? New Year's Lycia. And Singsu Diantha also coming later this month, which is an insane unit, incredible unit. So, and also, you know, whatever is coming in part 2 of Calisos. Despite all that, and you know, she's fine and all, but give it like a 5.7 out of 10 pull rate. Again, it's just, overall, it's a really powerful unit, right? Undeniably powerful unit, and plus you get like a free unit as well, and there's like chance of getting very low chance, so do not expect it, right? Getting like another Pokefair in there too, but yeah, she's nice, but it's just that other banners and stuff, right? And I'd say more premium units are also still coming, or are up, right? So yeah, good unit, but other options too, right? So anyways, that's been this one, I guess. Hope y'all enjoyed, guys. Think of the comments below, like, enjoy the videos, have some more Pokemon content, and have fun, folks, and I'll see you guys in the next one then.